All right, Shalom. And Shalom to daughter Yahweh, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shakarak. I'm going to start by facing the east. Let's give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. All right, they be giving all praises to the Most High, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shah, and the Holy Spirit, which is the Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, and the Holy Spirit who taught us his truth. Honor to the brethren doing the work with the gospel, risking their life and freedom to do so. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, which will be 1/3 of the true Israelites, who will be the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the Indians seeking their salvation. All right, so we're back with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. And this lesson is going to be titled Two Manner of People. Again, the lesson is going to be titled Two Manner of People. And this should start off with it, that two manner of people is concerning Jacob and Esau, which the scriptures and prophecy is centered around those two characters, Jacob and Esau. But we're going to start at Genesis 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated of the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. A struggle is a fight. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? She went to inquire of the Lord. So Rebekah if this pregnancy is a blessing from the Lord, why is it such a rough pregnancy? And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. The one people shall be stronger than the other, and the other shall serve the younger. And so the Lord already had the destiny of the two children. One would be stronger, one would be weaker, one would be servants, and one would be kings. And it said that the elder will serve the younger. But he said, it's two nations and two manner of people. So that's concerning the birth of Jacob and Esau, which we come from Jacob, and the so-called white man come from Esau. So those are the two nations, which are the two manner of people, meaning they will be contrary to each other, one against another, which that's why it was a struggle in the womb. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So that's the birth of the so-called white man. First one named Esau. His name was later changed to Edom when you read down the line. And that's the best we got. After that, his brother came out. His son took hold on Esau's heel. His name was called Jacob. Isaac was 80 years old when she bare him. So yeah, those are the two manner of people. And I'm gonna go and in the way people describe the two manner of people, they may say one is holy, one is unholy. They may say we family oriented, Esau's not, Esau's carnal, we spiritual. That's all true. But this probably be the best way to summarize the two manner of people when describing Jacob and Esau as a whole. So this is Ecclesiastes 33:15. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another. That's why you got left versus right, up versus down, hot versus cold, life versus death. So the works of the Most High come in pairs. They come in doubles. And the same is true for Esau and Jacob. Those are a work of the Lord. That came as a double, one is set against another. That's why I said there was a struggle in the womb. And any definition, even in the Blue Letter Bible, it tells you that a struggle is a fight. So that's why they were against one another, even way back in the womb. So again, look upon all the works of the Most High. There are two and two, one against another. And this is concerning the two manner of people as well, Jacob and Esau. Good is set against evil, life against death. So it's the godly against the sinner and the sinner against the godly. Now the good, the life, the death, the evil, those are not broad terms where you can apply it to anybody. No, the good, the life, the death, the evil, the godly, the sinner, those are two specific people. Jacob and Esau, the two manner of people. And Jacob and Esau are the main two characters in Bible prophecy. That's all throughout the scriptures. You might not see Jacob and Esau here and there, but you got to know that it's concerning the two manner of people. In most of the precepts, they come in pairs. Like the Lord might talk about walking in the way of sinners versus walking in the way of righteousness. Or you might speak about life and death. You might speak about carnality versus being spiritual. That's still concerning Jacob and Esau. All right. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure. Who's the potter? Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. And who is the clay? Hey, this will be the different nations. But more specifically, we could be talking about Jacob and Esau right now. As the clay is in the potter's hands to fashion it at his pleasure. So man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as like of him best. So the Lord made Esau to be evil, to be the sinner, to be the ungodly. You know, for his own purpose. And the Lord made Jacob to be the opposite, to be the godly, to be the righteous, that represents life. All right, so again, good is set against life, good against evil, life against death. So it's the godly against the sinner. Because all the works of the Most High are 2 and 2, one set against another. All right, so from here, we're going to go to the book of Romans 9 and 21. And remember what we just got? That man, as a lump of clay, is in the hand of the Lord. And the Lord is going to make each lump of clay, each man, but more specifically, each nation, as he liketh him best. So Esau was designed to be the wicked, evil. Jacob was designed to be the righteous. Those are the two manner of people. So this is Romans 9 and 21. Have not the potter power over the clay, in the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? Those are the same two manner of people. That's really concerning Jacob and Esau, the godly versus the wicked. Would of God willing to show his wrath, to make his power known, endure with much ring the vessel of wrath fitted for destruction. So Esau was a vessel, Esau was a vessel that was created for destruction. He was made to be destroyed. And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy. Who's the vessels of mercy? That's concerning Jacob. Isaiah 14 and 1. The Lord will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel. You're not going to see nobody else's name in the same sentence with mercy, except Jacob/Israel. All right. And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, Jacob, which he had afore prepared unto glory. So before Jacob and Esau was even born, the Lord already had Jacob prepared for a path that would lead to righteousness, godliness, life. And on the other hand, Esau was prepared for the path that would lead to death and destruction. Because remember, going up a verse, what if God willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with long suffering, the vessels of wrath, Esau fitted for destruction, or made for destruction. And what's some of the ways Esau is the vessel of the Lord's wrath? Well, he's a cunning hunter. He was given a sword. But let's continue. We're going to go now to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 16. And that's a beautiful thing, us being Israelites. There's a way prepared that would lead us from the ways that leads to death and destruction. And we making a choice right now. So this is Deuteronomy 30. We're gonna get 16 through 20. So we're gonna show concerning the two manner of people, the godly, the good, being Jacob, the vessels of the Lord's mercy, that beforehand he was already set up for life. And that's playing out now through the children of Israel. We're gonna receive the things that the Lord has set up for Jacob. We're gonna receive those benefits. And the same goes for Esau. You know, the Edomites, the thing that the Lord had prepared for Esau, death and destruction, or the Edomites, the descendants of Esau, gonna receive those not benefits today. All right, Deuteronomy 30 and 16. And that I command thee this day. Who was the Lord talking to? Jacob, Israel. To love Yahweh thy God, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments, and his statutes, and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. So the Lord said, you know, obey my voice that you may live. Because remember, Jacob was the vessels to receive of the Lord's mercy, which we receive in that mercy here in this lifetime, if we obey his voice, that we may live. And Yahweh thy God shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it. But let thy heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away, and worship other gods to serve them. I denounce it to you this day, that ye shall surely perish. So if we don't obey his voice, then we die. And that you shall not prolong your days upon the land, whither thou goest, whither thou passes over Jordan to go possess it. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live, and we will be the seed of Jacob today. So the path that the Lord prepared for Jacob goes for the descendants of Jacob today, you know, that we may live. But see, Esau wasn't given this path that leads to life. The Lord never told Esau to choose life, only Jacob, because Esau was the vessels of wrath, fitted for destruction. Matter of fact, I'm going to read that in the NLT. So when we hit Romans 9, I think verse 22 in the NLT, in the same way, even though God has the right to show his anger, his power, he is very patient with those on whom his anger fails, who are destined for destruction. So Esau's destiny is destruction, Jacob's destiny is life. Those are the two manner of people. They will go on very similar but different paths. And the Lord commanded Jacob and his seed forever to choose life. All right, that thou mayest love Yahweh thy God, and thou mayest obey his voice, and thou mayest cleave unto him. For he is thy life in the length of thy days. For thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers, Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. So yeah, we're supposed to cleave to the ways that lead to life. That's the path that the Lord has mapped out for Jacob and his descendants. The path will be this book. And the remnant of the elect, they're going to go down that path that leads to righteousness, which will lead to their salvation. And but Esau is on the path that leads to destruction. So we're going to show that now. So just like the Lord told Jacob, Israel, to choose life, we're now going to go to the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. That's concerning Jacob. He fell away. And it says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So the man of sin, the son of perdition, That's the evil. That's the wicked. That's the ungodly. That's Esau. The opposite of his twin brother Jacob, who represents the godly, the good, the righteous. All right, so we're gonna get this word perdition in the Blue Letter Bible. How y'all doing? All right, y'all know y'all Israelites?
I don't know about the itis part.
No, Israelites, the Lord's people.
The itis that I know you are the tribe.
Okay, so pretty much I'm
Tribe
telling.
of the whole house.
Yeah, the Lord had a chosen people. That's what they call us today. And that's what the Lord called us in the scripture. Hey, Judah covering up, now we say Judah. We'll be the real Jews, not the people in the land right now. And, oh, is that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty much telling our people they got to turn back to the Most High. But just like He destroyed Egypt, who oppressed His people, well, America is spiritual Egypt. That's oppressing His people once again. That's why there's a pyramid on the back of the dollar. It's Egypt all over again, and the Lord will do the same thing, except He's going to destroy the fire.
It's that hand.
Oh, yep. Just remember the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai.
I already have.
Bet, beautiful. Hey, yeah. I bet. Heads, yeah. All right, so we're going to get the definition of this word perdition in the Blue Letter Bible. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read this in the NLT real quick. I'm going to start in the middle because the NLT word, the beginning of this precept, kind of funny. For the day will not come until there is a great rebellion against God. And who did that great rebellion come by? The house of Israel. And the law and the man of lawlessness is revealed, which is the man of sin, the one who brings destruction. So the one who brings destruction, ultimately that the destruction is a nuclear destruction that's going to come by the hand of Esau himself. So we're going to get this word perdition. Perdition, it reads destroying, utter destruction of vessels, perishing, ruin, destruction. And real quick, we're going to go back to the book of Romans 9 and 39 real quick. Because something stood out right there. So again, it said that the man of sin would be revealed, who is the ungodly, who is the wicked, who is contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments. So the man of sin, the son of perdition. Esau is that man of sin, and he's the son of perdition. Which again, perdition means destroying or utter destruction, and it says of vessels. And we know vessels can be as a metaphor for the people as well. Because coming back to Romans 9, I think verse 22. What of God wanting to show his wrath, to make his power known, and do with much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. So yeah, the vessels made for destruction and to be destroyed. That's Esau. That's the son of perdition. So back to perdition in the Blue Letter Bible, destroying, utter destruction of vessels. So Esau is the vessel that brings destruction, and is going to end up even destroying himself. All right, so now we're going to go to another word in the Blue Letter Bible. All right, how you doing? Man, that's the bet.
No, shit. I was trying to get like $1 or two. I was trying to get some more chocolate slushes.
Man, nah, I came out to tea, so I just brought my ID with me today.
You don't got no cash, you don't got a card.
I ain't even bring my car, I just brought my ID today.
How you been doing? You been good?
Yo, yeah, all good though. What about you?
Actually, I'm trying to find something.
Yeah.
What you got going on with that? You like doing like science and shit? Like science projects?
We pretty much going in the Bible prophecy. Like in the Bible, the Lord had the children of Israel, His chosen people.
Yeah.
So we found out it's not them the people that call themselves Jewish. The white folks with the black suit. We the real people. So this what the world calls us today. I'm guessing you probably be
American Negro.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
and you go across. This is what the Lord called us in the scripture. Now you'll be from the tribe of Judah.
Yeah.
This is where the word Jew or Jewish comes from when you cover it up. So you will be the real Jews. Yeah, we got some people on the back showing who was actually those people. Jeremiah, Hosea, Malachi, even the holy angels. They dark skinned too. Moses, David.
But Jesus black?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I felt like he was black.
Hell yes, it's in the Bible. You read that before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still love him, but like I don't love Jesus. Like Jesus, God. They praise a lot of Jesus. They praise God too. They just like that's a good feeling. When you a Christian and stuff, you go to church. I feel like talking to him, especially you have a relationship with him. It's a good feeling.
Yeah. So this got nothing to do with the church because they teach on the lies. But
what about that Jeremiah, Hosea, Malachi? How you pronounce it?
Malachi.
So Jeremiah, Hosea, Malachi.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty much everybody who got a book in his Bible was a so-called dark-skinned man.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you gotta ask, why did they hide this information from us? So pretty much in the last days, the Lord's people will wake up to who they are. Do you know the story of Moses in Egypt?
Yeah.
Israelites was oppressed by Pharaoh and the Egyptians.
They put him inside the cell chamber. I think you know what that Moses, the Egypt movie, whatever they like the cartoon, whatever they put him inside the cell. For some reason, or I forgot. It was one of them.
I think I know the story you're talking about. I think that might be a different story, but what's the movie called? It might be called
Swishers or cigarettes, anything.
Oh no, I ain't got no cigarettes.
Yeah, that's a good thing that you do this stuff, bro. You should be bad.
Yeah, so pretty much, what up with it, bro?
Yeah.
So pretty much, the Lord's people got to turn back to the Lord because the Lord about to wipe this place out with nuclear missiles. And that's what I'm out here to show our people some Bible prophecy. We go to the precept.
Yeah.
Because Russia, China, North Korea, even Europe, they're gonna shoot nuclear missiles at America. This place gonna be turned into the lake of fire, and whoever the Lord's people ain't came back to them, they gonna die here.
Yeah.
And that ain't gotta be the case. Salvation is only for us. Salvation told you that the church told you that salvation was for everybody, and that ain't the case.
You go to church? What church you go to?
No church. We don't deal with churches no more.
You used to?
Yeah. They teach our lies because we've been going to church all these years. Well, we never seen none of these pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see Jesus looking one kind of way. They tell you you're supposed to love everybody, love the enemy. That ain't what the Bible say, because not even God loves everybody. And that's in the scriptures.
Yeah.
Hey, shalom to the brother Kalab, brother Hawashaya.
Walk over there. It was nice talking to you, dog.
All right, y'all.
I'll be in tune.
All right, bet. All right, shalom to the brother Hawashaya, the sister Pam, the brother Angel Padilla. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Barakatah. All right, so back to 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except to come a falling away first. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, the vessels made for destruction. Then when we get this word sin in the blue letter Bible, it says to wander from the path of uprightness and honor, to do or go wrong. to wander from the law of the Most High. Collectively, the complex or aggregate of sins committed either by a single person or by many. So it might say the son of perdition, but it's not just limited to Esau. It's all the descendants of Esau. They that many. So it speaks about the man of sin and the son of perdition. That's concerning Esau. Jacob was put on the path that leads to life. The Lord said, I put before you life and death, therefore choose life. And Esau's path was destruction. It was already mapped out and laid out for him. That's why Esau's blessing was a sword, that he would kill everybody, then end up killing himself in the end. All right, so we're gonna get back to the notes. All right, so now we're gonna go to the book of Hebrews 12 and 16. Just further showing the point that Esau's destiny is destruction. The Lord put him on a path that leads to his death. So Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat, so his birthright. So in the book of Hebrews, we're gonna go to that word profane. And it's becoming more and more clear each day. You know, who's the wicked and who's the righteous. I'm gonna read this in the NLT. Make sure that no one is immoral or godless like Esau. See, them the two manner of people. What did the Lord tell Israel? You a special people, you a holy people. Choose life. But what? On the flip side, Esau, he's the profane one. He's the fornicator. He's the immoral. He's the godless. And then we go to this word profane. It reads unhallowed. It reads ungodly. It reads wicked, heathenish. So yeah. Esau will be the profane, the unhallowed, which means unholy, and the ungodly. And that's concerning going way back to Jacob and Esau. This is two manner of people. So Esau, that profane man, he is the man of sin. All right. So pretty much showing that, you know, Jacob and Esau, even before they birth, the Lord already had their path set. Jacob's will lead to life. Esau's will lead to destruction. And it really didn't begin there. But they're the main two characters that it's focused on. Because even going way back to Cain and Abel, those were two manner of people. You know, one was set up to be righteous, that's Abel, and Cain was the wicked. Even farther than that, it was Adam, and then there was a serpent. Because Adam was a minister and the priest of the Most High. And the serpent wasn't a literal snake, but it was the wicked, profane, son of perdition way back then. All right, so we're going to get Proverbs 11 and 19. Proverbs 11 and 19. As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. So it talks about pursuing life versus pursuing evil. That's the same two manner of people. This ain't no random people on random paths. No, this is the path that was set out for Jacob and Esau. Jacob, Israel, was instructed to choose life. So again, Proverbs 11 and 19, as righteousness tendeth to life. And remember, the works of the Most High are 2 and 2, one set against another. They said good is set against evil, life against death, and the godly against the sinner. What the godly, the good, the righteousness, that's down. I know the camera's like that. That's concerning Jacob. And then on the flip side, it says, he that pursueth evil, pursueth it to his own death. And that's Esau. And we're going to jump to a little precept to show that real quick in the book of Ezekiel 35. So he that pursueth evil, pursueth it to his own death. That's why the Lord spoke through Ezekiel in Ezekiel 35:6, and it reads, therefore, as I live, thus says the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou have not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And when you read in verse 1 and 2, that's concerning Mount Seir. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You know, that's the son of perdition. Perdition means destruction. And the Lord set Jacob and Esau on that path. That's why Esau's blessing was a sword. You know, it was for his own destruction. And then really, when you look deeper, the Lord didn't just really give Esau a sword, he actually gave him a nuclear missile. Because Esau's perfection of the sword is the nuclear missile. Started with sticks and stones, a sword in between. Now its perfection is the nuclear missile. All right, so now we're going to go to the book of Proverbs 12 and 28. In the way of righteousness is life. Yeah, and Jacob was set on his path to righteousness, which leads to life. Not just Jacob, but all the descendants of Jacob, even so today. But see, Esau wasn't set on that path that leads to life. That's why he's known as the man of sin. Godless and immoral. He's a profane one. Unhallowed, unholy, ungodly. That's why he's the son of perdition. I think the book of James tell you when lust leads to sin and sin leads to death. All right, now y'all stop by another time. I'll give y'all some more.
I got you.
So yeah, lust leads to sin, sin leads to death. So if Esau is the man of sin, he's actually the man of death. And if Jacob, you know, the Lord instructed him to obey his voice that he may live. All right, so again, in the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof, there is no death. So the Lord set Jacob on a path that leads away from death. Now, we all done fell away. So what? You know, through the Lord's mercy, through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh, Son, the Holy Spirit, we're trying to lead our people back in the way of righteousness, which leads to life. The pathway which there is no death. And those two pathways will pretty much be this book that leads to life. Everything else will be the ways of the world, which leads to death. Which there's one way that leads to life, but many ways that lead to death. Christianity, Islam, atheists, Scientology, you know, all that leads to death. But it's the testimony of Yahweh Shah that leads to life. All right. So again, in the way of righteousness, there is life, and in the pathway thereof, there is no death. That's the two manner of people. And that's why also too, going back to the book of Romans, the 9th chapter, 9 and 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. And that's perfectly clear when you consider God. Now, what the shit this shit doing? All right. I don't know if the wind blowing this or what. Yes, so it's perfectly clear that the Lord loves Jacob but hates Esau. When you look at the path, he set both of them on. Jacob was set on the course that leads to life. Because what did Yahweh Shah say? He come to bring life that we may have it more abundantly. He said Esau on that path of perdition that leads to death and destruction. You know, that's why Jacob was given the law, statutes, and commandments, so that he could be instructed on the ways of living that leads to life. Esau wasn't given that. The Lord is letting Esau run wild to his destruction. That's why he gave him a sword, which is really a nuclear missile when you look at it in the spirit. All right, so now we're going to go to the book of Daniel 2 and 21. We're going to continue on this idea of the two manner of people. So, Daniel 2 and 21. He changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. So, yeah, the Lord set up kings and remove kings. And when you think about the king that's being set up and the king that's being removed, those are two manner of people as well here in this lifetime. Because who's being removed from power? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Who's rising up into power? That would be the house of Jacob. So again, he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings. Esau is being removed and setteth up kings. Jacob is being set up. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. So one of the things that contribute to the rise of various kingdoms in the earth, they was given a certain wisdom that would exalt them above the people. Like when the Egyptians were ruling, they had a certain wisdom that put them high above the other people of the earth. Like they specialize in sorcery, witchcraft, wizardry, stuff like that. Well, even when you consider Esau came into power, the Lord gave him a certain wisdom that would place him in power. And that was what? That was the power of the sword. He could weaponize anything through his science and technology. But also, he was a deceiver. Because to lie, to deceive people, you first got to know the truth. So Esau had the truth, but corrupted it. So Esau came into power through his sword and through deception. So again, he changed the times and the seasons. He removed kings, set above kings. He give wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. So again, Esau was given a certain level of wisdom that would place him in power for a period of time. But it would only be for a period. Why? Because he's the man of sin. His ways lead to death. He's the son of perdition. So if he's the son of perdition, he's on the path that leads to destruction. That means he would lead everybody else on this same path to destruction. That's why the scriptures say, if the blind lead the blind, they both fall in the ditch. All right, let me see. As a matter of fact, we're going to go here also to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 3. So again, the Lord gave Esau a certain wisdom, a certain level of understanding, which would exalt him above the people that he may be in power. But it will only be for a season. Because the times of the different kingdoms and empires in the earth is only for a season. Especially when you demand to send Esau. A death represents a clock. It says Esau is a man of sin. He's a man of death. Him, everything under him, everything he touches, everything he rules over, it got a clock on it. And that's why Ecclesiastes 10 and 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people. So yeah, who's that unwise king? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's the man of sin, the man of death. So he promotes sin, which leads to death throughout all of the earth. He leading everybody he's ruling over into rebellion, into sin, which leads to death. That's why he's the man of sin, the son of perdition. He on the path to destruction through the way he lives, and he's taking everybody with him. So again, the unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. Then even that's concerning the two manner of people as well. Because verse 1, it reads, a wise judge will instruct his people. Who's that wise judge? Jacob. Now we're in the process of becoming those wise judges right now through rehearsing the righteous acts. So a wise judge will instruct his people. So what? Instruct the people in the ways that lead to life. It's pretty much be to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. So yeah, you know, an unwise king will destroy his people by a godless way of living that leads to death. You know, look at Sodom and Gomorrah. That was looked as an example to future kingdoms who would live that way. And America did just that. They picked up the ways of Sodom and Gomorrah, took it to the next level. And this is the place where the evil was sown. And the scriptures say the place where the evil was sown gotta pass away. So yeah, you know, that's why he's known as the son of perdition. All right, so back to Daniel 2 and 21. He changed the signs and the seasons. He removed kings instead of up kings. He gave wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. So when the Lord want to exalt a particular kingdom or empire, he gives them a certain wisdom that's going to put them above other people, that they may rise in power. Because the Egyptians at once upon a time, they was the top nation in the earth. But look at the Egyptians now. They letting cows pee on them. They eating poop. They, you know what I'm saying, got no kind of civilization. And that's the same with Esau. The Lord gave him a certain wisdom. Well, when the Lord removes a king or a kingdom, that plays out by the Lord taking a wisdom from it. Because when we go to the book of Jeremiah 49 and 7, concerning Edom, thus says the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? So he set up kings and removed kings. When the king is being set up, they being set up by a certain wisdom, a certain level of understanding. And when the Lord wants to remove that kingdom, he'll take their wisdom away. But concerning Edom, that's why he says, is their wisdom vanished? We see clear as day that their wisdom is vanishing. You know, how they running the earth right now. And that's one of the key indicators that Esau is being removed from power. You know, they once had everything on lock. Nothing they do is working no more. Everything is done sloppy. He get caught in everything that he now does. But on the flip side, you got Jacob being raised up. All right, so now we're going to come here. We're going to go to the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 36. He hath found out all the way of knowledge and hath given it unto Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved. So the highest form of knowledge and understanding is given to Jacob. And what was Israel commanded by Moses? You know, choose life, obey his voice. And we also gonna go here real quick to the book of Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom, showing that you come into power through wisdom. Because again, he removed kings, set up kings. He give wisdom to the wise. So yeah, the different kingdoms that sprung from the earth, they came into power through the Lord giving them a certain wisdom. And the lack of wisdom, that brings down your kingdom, which is happening to Esau Edom, because he's tapped out. You know, the way of living this man promotes in the earth, it leads to death. You know, and Jacob is now being instructed on the wisdom that leads to life. So you see us rising to power right now. That's why their birthright is declining. white on white crime. You know, everybody looking sideways at these devils. And because Esau is uncovered, the wicked has been revealed. You know, look at the results that he came up with. GMOs, LGBTQT, sex robots, all that leads to death. It doesn't produce life. So that's the results of Esau Edom being in power. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back to Ecclesiastes 10 real quick. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. And the power being the different rulerships is in the hand of the Lord. And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable. Who's the one that's profitable? Jacob. He's been instructed in the ways of righteousness that lead to life. Because Esau is not profitable for life in the earth. Again, he pushes GMOs, poisonous toxin medications, war. You know, he was given a great sword to take peace from the earth. And that men shall kill each other. Yahweh Shai said, what? I come to bring life that they may have it more abundantly. So if the Lord's ultimate goal is for life to multiply in the earth, Esau can't be in power. He got to be taken out of the way. When Esau's taken out of the way, the Lord gonna put his twin brother in that very same seat of power, Jacob. So we see through the different precepts how when you look at it with spiritual eyes, it's still Jacob and Esau. All right, so we're gonna go to the book of Jeremiah. Let me see what's going on. Hey, Shalom. Hey, Shalom to my brother Enos. Yahweh Bashim Yosef Ragadah. So we're gonna hit on the comment board. We're gonna go in from there. Matthew 13, 27 through 30. 27 through 30. All right, bet. Matthew 13, 27 through 30. Matthew 13. All right, Matthew 13 from the brother Enos. We get 27 through 30. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while man slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and with his weight. And that's concerning Jacob and Esau as well. Because I think the book of Mark tells you that the sower of the word is the son of man. Matter of fact, just let me go there real quick. That ain't it. Let's get it all the way through. The kingdom of heaven is like unto a man which sowed good seed. And what are we sowing this word? Planted this information as a seed in the minds of our people. But while man slept, his enemy, that's Esau, ultimately came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up, hey, and what's the blade? That's the sword. Well, take that point back. That was a bad example for this parable. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, did thou not sow good seed in thy field? From whence then it hath it tares? He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while we gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let them grow together until the harvest. At the time of the harvest is now. In the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together the tares, bind them in bundles and burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn. So the wheat, you know, that's a tree planted by the rivers of water. You know, the wheat represents life. And the tares represent death. You know, that represent the way of perdition. And we in the time of the harvest right now, you know, in which the Lord's going to separate the wheat from the tares. In other words, he's going to separate the sheep from the goats. He's going to separate Jacob from Esau. And separating Jacob from Esau, it ain't just a bloodline separation. It goes in the spirits. Many people through the bloodline of Jacob, but they got the spirit of Esau on them. So they're going to be bundled up and burned with Esau. All right, so we can also get the book of Job, chapter 12, verse 17. Job 12, 17. All right, son of brother Enos, Job, chapter 12, 17 through 20. All right, he leadeth counsels away spoil you and make up the judges fools. Yeah, whose counsel is being spoiled right now? Esau, Edom. Whose judges are being fooled right now? Esau, Edom, because their wisdom is vanishing. Why? Because the Lord is removing them from power. Being removed from power and the wisdom vanishing, you know, that's a process. And it's happening right now. He loosed the bond of kings and girded their loins with a girdle. And we the kings being loose right now. He leadeth princes away, spoil you, and overthroweth the mighty. He removeth away the speech of the trusty, and taketh away the understanding of the age. And that's happening right now. That's concerning Jacob and Esau as well. Ain't no random figure that you apply it to. You know, Jacob is about at the end of his destiny. What is the everlasting rulership? Esau is just about at the end of his road, which is destruction. So now we're going to go to the book of Jeremiah 30 and 17. To show that the scriptures speak about two distinct paths for two manner of people, Jacob and Esau. So this is Jeremiah 30 and 17. That ain't right. Hold on. Jeremiah, oh, that's Isaiah. My bad. Jeremiah 30. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, because they called thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, or Jacob, whom no man seeketh after. Thus says the Lord, Behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places. Because remember, Jacob will be the lump of clay who was made to receive of the Lord's mercy. On the flip side, you know, Esau, he's the vessels that was made for destruction. All right, so let's get it all the way through. I will have mercy on his dwelling places. The city shall be builded upon her heap. The palace shall remain after the manner thereof. So the house of Jacob, the tabernacle of David, is being built up right now. And the contrary will be Malachi 1 and 4. You know, concerning Edom, when it says they shall rebuild the desolate places, the Lord said they shall build, but I will throw down. So the Lord is building up the house of Jacob in the ways of righteousness that lead to life. And on the flip side, the house of Esau is being torn down. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just go there real quick. All right, so this is Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom, say if we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus says the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness. Because remember, that's the profane man. That's the man of sin. That's the ungodly, who's contrary to Jacob, who is the godly. The people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So they would be the vessels of wrath, fitted for destruction. They the son of perdition. Jacob is going to receive the mercy. Esau is not going to receive the mercy. Those are the two manner of people. Also, we're going to go back to the book of 1st, 2nd Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed. And what we just get? Edom is the border of wickedness. All right, and then shall that wicked be revealed, which is be revealed now, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. What's the brightness of his coming? That goes into the nuclear destruction. You know, which is the event that's going to cause the Lord to show himself. And it says shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. What's the spirit of his mouth? That's the speaking of the prophets. You know, who's consumed most by this word? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, so I'm going to get this in Exodus 4:15. This is the spirit of the Lord's mouth. Thou shalt speak unto him and put words in his mouth. I will be with thy mouth and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do. Yeah, and that will be the service to prophets. You know, we the mouthpiece who's teaching and instructing our people what they should do. For not only now, but the times that we're coming into. All right, but again, the wicked will be revealed, who will be consumed by this word. So this word will heal and build up the house of Jacob, but it will tear down and consume and devour the wicked, being Esau. You know, the two manner of people. Also, too, we're gonna go, and we even go hit Revelation 12 and 12. Like, because his word is consuming Esau, the wicked. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, you heavens, you that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knows that he had but a short time. All right, how does the devil know that he had but a short time? Through the speaking of the prophets. But we're going to go down to verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh and the testimony of Yahweh. So even there, that's the two manner of people. That's the same struggle between Jacob and Esau. It didn't just begin in the womb, it actually began in the Garden of Eden, but it continued in the womb, and it's playing out right now here at the end. That's the dragon, who's the white man, making war with Jacob. Those who come back into the way of righteousness. So again, the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with her seed, which keep the commandments and got the testimony of Yahweh. And how do you go to war? It's through your military. And Jacob's blessing, Esau's blessing was the sword. And what did it say? That the dragon, that Esau will make war with the remnant of Jacob, who keep the commandments. And that's how when we go to the book of Genesis 27, I think we're going to get 41. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then I will slay my brother Jacob. So Esau been slaying his brother Jacob. Every time a so-called Native American Negro, kill one of the Israelites, that's Esau slaying Jacob. But that's future prophecy. Let me read it again, because it's been happening, but it's speaking going into the time of Jacob's trouble. Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then I will slay my brother Jacob. So that's why we're coming into the times of Jacob's trouble, in which Esau will go to war with the house of Jacob to try to cut us off. especially those that got the testimony. So we in the days where, that's about to be fulfilled. Oh, that's what the scriptures say. These are the days of vengeance. Esau getting revenge because of the blessing that he lost out on. Well, yeah, Esau slaying his brother Jacob, that's the dragon going to war with the woman, the house of Israel. Because, he got a short time. So we're going to go to the book of 2nd Ezra, 6 and 27. 2nd Ezra, 6 and 27. Oops. Be playing with me, bro. All right, so this is 2nd Ezra, 6 and 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. That goes back to the two manner of people. The evil, the deceit, the deceiver, that's Esau. The profane, the ungodly, the man of sin, the son of perdition. Those who be consumed by this word. As for faith, it shall flourish. That's speaking about Jacob. Corruption shall be overcome. Because what did we just get? Esau will slay his brother Jacob because he hated Jacob. What we get after that? That the dragon will make war with the remnant of the house of Jacob. They got the testimony of Yahweh. That's a war. That's a fight. That's a struggle. It's an ongoing struggle. But it said faith shall flourish and corruption shall be overcome. How will corruption be overcome? By the truth. That's Jacob overcoming Esau. Yes, one form of information being put out, and another information being this truth, being declared throughout the earth. But that's true for Jacob and Esau as well. Esau is going to be overcome. And the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. Yeah. Seeing truth being declared and going throughout all the earth. Hey, that's a very clear sign that corruption is being overcome. That's a clear sign that Esau is falling out of power. Because how did he come into power? Through his sword and through deception. So if you take away the deception, what is his kingdom going to stand on? That's why the earth is in an uproar. That's why the book of Job 20:27 said that the earth will rise up against him. That's why everybody looking sideways like, is this the man? All right, and then also too, we're going to get 2nd Ezra chapter 7. We're gonna start at verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time. And what's that day of doom? The day of destruction, nuclear destruction. The day of doom shall be the end of this time. And that's the time of Esau. And the beginning of the immortality to come. That's dealing with Jacob. Wherein corruption is past. And temperance is at an end. Infidelity is cut off. Who's that corruption? The intemperance. That infidelity. That's concerning Esau. Righteousness is grown. And the truth is sprung up. Wind turned up on me. We're going to get it again. Temperance is at an end. Infidelity is cut off. Righteousness is grown. The truth is sprung up. That's narrating the ongoing struggle between Jacob and Esau. Cain and Abel. Adam and the serpent. You know? And really, the serpent had a beef with Adam. Because what did it say? Esau hated his brother Jacob because of the blessing that he had. The same is true for Cain and Abel. Cain hated Abel because of the respect that the Lord had for Abel. And the serpent hated Adam because Adam was still of that chosen line. You know, that led to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That had the blessing and the favor of the Most High. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed. And who is that man that's going to be destroyed? That's the son of perdition. Because perdition, the blue letter Bible, it said destroying or destruction of vessels. We know Esau is the vessel fitted or made for destruction. So let's read this. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that have gotten the victory. Who is him that's gotten the victory? Ultimately, that's Jacob. And that's why you see words like overcome, victory, things being cut off. Yeah, because that's the same fight, the same struggle of Jacob and Esau. When you see things like victory, something being overcome, put out, cut off, that's describing our ongoing struggle. That's still the same two manner of people. All right, I'm gonna pull up something real. Excuse me. All right, okay, so again, we're gonna read 2nd Ezra 7:43. The day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality to come. But you see doom and end in the same breath. So doom and end go hand in hand. There's Esau. It says in the beginning of immortality to come. So the beginning and immortality go hand in hand. That's why when we read 2nd Ezra 6:9, for Esau is the end of the world. And what do we get? The day of doom shall be the end of this time. So Esau will be here at the end of the world. To be destroyed in that day of doom. So for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. And that's the beginning of what? The beginning of the immortality to come. Wherein corruption will be past. Esau is a corrupter. You can have corruption without a corrupter. You can have evil fruit unless there's a corrupt tree. So yeah, then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, that's Esau, nor oppress him that's gotten the victory, that's Jacob. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna hit this one. Matter of fact, we're gonna show the victory that Jacob is fighting for. This is Genesis 27 and 29. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. So really, Jacob and Esau is fighting for rulership. Fighting for rulership. The Lord is removing Esau from power and setting up Jacob. But the one who got the victory is Jacob, because it's already written. Jacob was put on a path that would lead to him being victorious, that would lead to life, while Esau was placed on a path that'll lead to the day of doom, the day of destruction. And when it's all said and done, nations will bow down to thee, to Jacob, be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons, the sons of Esau, bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, blessed be he that blesseth thee. So yeah, that's the two manner of people. We're gonna grab this from the brother Kalab. This is Isaiah 16:14. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's right on time. I'm gonna turn to the book on it. Isaiah 69, Isaiah 16:14. All right, this is Isaiah 16:14. I think 14 and 15. The sons of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee. And who are they that afflicted us? Psalms 83. Those who take crafty counsel against the Lord's people. The main one being the house of Esau. The son of perdition. The man of sin. The ungodly. The profane. Well, what? Those who afflicted us, they're going to come bending the knee. Meaning what? they're going to come bowing to us. All right, so this is Isaiah 60:14. The sons of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee. Not just Esau, but all the other nations. All they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet. And they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee. I will make thee an eternal excellency of joy of many generations. So yeah, Jacob was put on that path of righteousness that will lead to life and that will lead to eternal excellency for many generations. Esau was placed on a path that goes into perdition or destruction. So his excellency won't be eternal. It'll be temporary. Why? Because he's an unwise king that destroyed his people. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go stay in the book of Isaiah. We're going to go to Isaiah chapter 2 to go off of that real quick. So yeah, Jacob, concerning the two manner of people, Jacob and Esau, Jacob is on a path for eternal excellency. Esau was placed on the opposite path. Eternal shame. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 2. It shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the tops of the mountains. So the Lord is establishing his kingdom, his people, right here, right now. Not only in America, but throughout all the earth. They shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. So remember, when a particular kingdom is rising into power, the Lord is giving them a certain level of wisdom that will separate them and exalt them above the other people. Israel is being separated and exalted right now. And many people shall go and say, come ye, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. He will teach us his ways. Because remember, a wise king instructs his people. So we those wise kings, those wise judges, that's going to instruct all people in the earth. He will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law. Not out of Esau, not out of Moab, not out of nobody else. And the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He shall judge among the nations, shall rebuke many people. They shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation. Because remember, Revelation 6:4. He that sat on the red horse was given a great sword. He was given power to take peace from the earth, that the people should kill one another. Why? Because the unwise king destroyed his people. Esau had sown evil, corruption, hate, and greed in the earth. Therefore, the people are killing one another. But on the flip side, under the house of Jacob, a wise judge instructs his people. Well, in our kingdom, it said, nation shall not lift up sword against any nation anymore. It's going to be no more wars, especially world wars, no more rebellion in the earth. Any rebellion going to be removed. Neither shall they learn war anymore. So yeah, under Esau, you learn war. Under Jacob, you learn peace. O house of Jacob, come ye, let us walk in the light of the Lord. What's that light? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It's going to come through the house of Jacob. All right, but that's it for today. That's the two manner of people. Oh, even something I thought, especially read about throughout the book of Psalms, the book of Proverbs, it speaks about the counsel of the wicked, the counsel of the ungodly, versus the counsel of the righteous. That's the same two manner of people. That's the counsel of Esau, versus the counsel of Jacob. What's the counsel of Jacob? The head of that would be Yahushua, through his word. The counsel of the wicked pretty much be the ways of the world that's contrary to the ways of Yahushua. That's contrary to his purpose. All right, we're gonna face the east and close out. Give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Bakakwadash. All right, the water for everybody that tuned in and hit me with some precepts. Hey, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Hey, honor to the brethren that's pushing the work or pushing the gospel, doing the work of the Lord. All right, till next time, Shalom.